Greetings. Welcome to episode 180 of Folks Talking Sports. I am Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. Joining me is Laquita Thompson. How are you doing, Miss Thompson?
I am doing wonderful on this Sunday night. How are you guys?
Excellent. We're doing pretty well. Brother Gibson, how are you doing from Ohio?
Phenomenal. How's everyone?
AJ Jones, Mr. Producer, how are you, sir?
Doing great.
And from the AdMax Corner, Adolphus Moore, how are you, sir?
I just saw a guy in a boat out here, man, wading through water. So I'm doing outstanding.
Oh, is it raining a lot over there?
Bro, are you kidding?
It barely rained over here,
Ooh.
AD. It has hardly rained all day over here.
Hey, man, look. You can go stand on Highway 6 and drop a line on the water on the side of the curb there and probably come back with a 5-pound bass or something, man. There's a lot of
Wow.
water out here.
Highway 6.
Really?
Wow.
That's a lot, yeah, because downtown over here in Fifth Ward hasn't rained at all.
I hadn't seen much either.
Well, stay safe, AD.
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm just glad it didn't let up some.
Yep. And Queen Polk, thank you very much for joining the show. I'm having an issue on my Facebook personal page. The song, the show was open to public on the Brown Bar Review page, but not on the personal page. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Trying to figure that out. But anyhow, Kenitra Pulliams will join us momentarily. You'll see her on the screen eventually. But once she joins, I want to play some comments from head coach Kelvin Sampson from his April 9th media session. And I'm curious to get your reaction to what he says. I think many of you all will agree with what he says, but I'm just curious your reaction. And thank you to everybody watching on Twitch and 80's YouTube channel, of course, the Houston Round Bar Review on YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. But here, comments, I think about 5 minutes from Coach Sampson. The question is from Terrence Harris. He's answering Terrence's question, but Terrence asked Coach his thoughts on the transfer portal and kids being able to transfer every year without penalty. So listen to what Coach Sampson, watch what Coach Kelvin Sampson has to say, and we'll be back on this edition of Folks Talking Sports in about 5 minutes.
Well, that's part of the problem. I've noticed a lot of coaches offer their input on that. I remember there was a kid at South Florida when we were in the American Athletic Conference. I can't remember his name, but he was a really good player there, really good guard, Max something. But he transferred to SMU. And you would have thought that the framework of the NCAA structure was being burned down because we allowed an inter-conference transfer. Yeah. So we've gone from that today that if you're a mother or father and you have a son that's a senior in high school, he can sign whatever his worth is to go to a school his freshman year, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just play a game and say that worth is $1 million. Well, he has a really big year, his second year, and he puts his name in the portal again because there's a school out there that's promised his parents that we'll pay him 1.5. Okay, so now he's at the second school. Then he goes out there after that sophomore year and just kills it. And now somebody's contacting his agent telling the parents that school C will offer him 2.7. And so now he transfers again. So he went from 1 million to 1.5. Now he's at 2.7, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay. So he goes to the school and just becomes an All-American. But his draft status is probably late first round. And he's weighing late first round money versus school D, A, B, C, D. Now his school D is going to offer him 4.2 million. So now he stays in school, and he's at first school they paid him $1 million, second school 1.5, third school 2.7. Now he's making 4.2. Those are the rules now. That's what we have, and what I like to see kids not transfer until they put some kind of antitrust exemption in these rules or laws. We're wasting our time talking about whether we agree with it or not, because you're facing a lawsuit where you're taking my son's ability away from making a living and going to get more money. And until we put some kind of antitrust legislation in there, doesn't matter. So that's what we've legislated college basketball into being right now. A kid can go to 4 schools in 4 years and increase his salary every year. Then they say, well, coaches do it, professors do it. And so now what we've done is made them independent contractors. They're like referees. Referees will. That's why referees will not sign up for a certain league and that league only, because every league pays a different amount. And so if you're a referee in the SEC, you're going to be paid this amount. But if you're a referee in the Big 10 or Big 12 or the ACC, everybody's going to find out what the highest number you can pay a referee, and everybody's going to be right around that number. So they pick and choose how many games they want to referee, and some of them are refereeing 6-7 nights a week. Some of them are working between 80 and 100 games. So the coaches are benefiting off the system. The referees are benefiting off the system. Now the players are allowed to benefit off the system, and that's only right. The players should benefit off the system. The problem is I don't know what the system is anymore.
What do y'all think about what Coach Sampson said?
Yeah, I co-sign with a lot of what he said. Because again, and I always have to say this to everybody, I'm on the players' side. Because it has really helped. If you look at Olivia Miles, had she not been able to get in that portal and go to TCU, her stock right now wouldn't be what it is. She would not have had the kind of season that she was able to have. And I think Cotie from Michigan also was a portal kid, I think, right? So I think in that aspect of it, man, some players need that opportunity, but I think some of the problems is it's not regulated. So kids are just in and out, almost as if it's a trend. It's okay, I'm gonna do this because I can do it, and it's not necessarily the thing to do. So again, I'm on the player side because some players will get into a better situation, but then there are some that are just doing it and putting themselves out there with no advisement, no nothing, just looking and chasing a dollar, and then that whatever's promised may not be. So, but my main thing is this: when I think about the portal and how many kids are in there now, 2,000 and something or whatever.
Yep.
My thing then becomes, what are we teaching the kids about real life? When it gets hard, you can just go and just change your mind and switch up. Like, we're not teaching them, I don't think, with it just being that open, or like real life situations. But I agree. So what I think there should be, and I think that's in place now, is you get one transfer, and then after that, I think there should be some kind of penalties when there's nothing, just where you just have to transfer like that. So I agree with a lot. I agree with what he says, like 100%.
AJ, Will, who wants to chime in next?
refer to the distinguished gentleman with the red and white.
You know what? I listen. I know things are different. Um, I was a walk on at a school where the coach came in and told about 60 of us, if I didn't recruit you, I'm not going to play you. I didn't have money to transfer. I didn't have that ability. And my whole future was determined by a guy who never even took the time to get to know me. And yeah, I had a dad who said, you're not going to quit. You're going to stay on the scout team and be the best scout player that you can. That was a life lesson. If I was in now, I'd transfer my butt every chance I got. Because when you look at the amount of money and opportunity that's out there, we can't lock it into the old mentality of what it used to be. If I got to prove myself for a year here, then go prove myself for a year there, and I have the ability to do that, and I want to do it, then who am I to say, no, that needs to be legislated? And please hear me, Laquita, I'm not trying to counterbalance your point or anything like that. I think we all have valid views of this, but it resonates with me. It resonates with the kids that I've seen my sons play with and saw what scholarship athletes had to go through just to be able to come to my house and get a meal because they didn't have the ability to go home for Thanksgiving. I want these kids to get every dollar and every opportunity they can because for too long, they were the last ones to receive, and damn the scholarship. Forget that. They earned that. That is not a gift. So I want these kids to have every opportunity, and it shouldn't be legislated whatsoever.
Well, AD, next.
I agree. I don't have a problem with kids transferring, year to year. I mean, some kids go into it with a game plan. I know of a student athlete right now that his plan is to go to a lower level school with the intent of transferring at the end of the season. That's just the game. That's just the way the game is played right now. What I will say is what I wish and what I hope to have regulation on is the agent and the fees, because in professional sports, I think in the NBA, the cap is 4%.
Yep.
An agent
Yes,
can
sir.
make on a deal. Whereas now in college, these agents are getting 20%.
Yeah.
That's the regulation I would like to see, because there's nothing from stopping any one of us from purporting ourselves as agents, going to a student athlete and saying, hey, I can get you a deal. And then, oh, by the way, I'm going to take 20% off the top.
AD,
That
go ahead.
is what I like to see regulated. But as far as the student athlete and the portability of their eligibility, I don't have a problem with that, because as Coach said, those are the rules as we currently stand. So,
AD?
The current NCAA basketball champion was the best team money could buy because all those guys transferred in. And to me, as far as regulations and all the other thing, Laquita, here's what you asked the question: what are we teaching these kids? What are these kids looking at otherwise? I mean, this is a free fall. This is a who's got the best missiles, and whoever can come up with the best missiles, they gonna win the game. And I think the emblematic of the University of Michigan. I mean, yeah, they were a well-oiled machine. They put it together, but all those guys transferred in, and I guarantee they didn't come looking for a gym bag. They came looking for a Louis Vuitton, and all of them came there and got their Louis Vuitton. And in the meantime, they got walked out with the championship.
Amen.
So, what are we really teaching these kids? You teaching the kids that the system work if you know how to work the system. So, if anything, there's a lesson learned, and don't let the system work you. Understand, learn how to make the system work for you instead of let the system work you, and then you will walk away with nothing.
And I understand that. Like, I understand all points of this. And I'm coming because I was a player that had that portal been there. I needed to transfer and wouldn't be able to. But some of the athletes that I talked to have transferred every year. They have no degree plan. They just put something down as a major. They have no intentions of, they have no game plan like after this is over. That's why I say it feels like if they're not being guided or the right people are on their side to advise them, okay, this is what we need to do, and there's no strategy in it, kids are just floating around following the dollar, looking for that big money opportunity with no education plan whatsoever outside of that. I have a player now that plays football that this would be like his third or fourth transfer. He's gotten hurt at every school. I asked him what he was majoring in. He threw something out there just because, just to do it. But he has no plan. And he's injured again at this new school that he's at. So I'm just saying, like in the aspect of no plan, no strategy, everything if that's what they're going to do, then there should be something in place that's going to help guide them and advise them. And my first thought is your first pick should be, you should have already researched it out until you know that this is where you're going to be. I'm feeling your first pick should be your pick. You don't need the portal anyway, but that's where I'm coming from.
Who
I
wants
think
to respond? Hold on, let me do the comments. A couple of comments, Mr. Big Text Code with this one. I'm all for players making money, but the only negative is the rich get richer, meaning you are going to see the same big teams winning conferences and tournaments, so little teams don't stand a chance. Y'all agree with that? That's pretty much been the case for a while. But anyhow, AJ, go ahead. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because we don't see Alabama standing on the football national championship all over again. We don't see Duke. We don't see North Carolina on the basketball side. We're seeing schools that typically would not be able to compete on those levels, able to compete for some of the athletes that were pretty much regionalized. So I think that the schools that you're hearing complaining are complaining because now they no longer have that upper edge. I think that there are a lot of things that that Liquidity said are very valid, but I think that touches on the bigger issue. Go into a local high school and speak with the guidance counselor and find out how many of them are actually laying out a plan for each individual students on their post high school graduation. Many of them are doing the best they can with the files that they have. So it's a bigger issue that for some reason we highlight more when it comes to athletes because of all the money involved, all the lights involved, all the TV deals involved. And again, it is no different for a kid who changes his major 5 times from architecture to engineering to computer science to philosophy. It's no different. And nobody's talking about those kids. They can transfer 58,000 times and nobody's concerned. But when an athlete does it, because of the amount of money that's available now that has literally not been available to them but made off of them, it's hard for me to get nitpicky on all the little nuances. I wish every kid had the guidance, the direction, the plans, the post-graduation plans, and all of that. But it's just, it's a bigger issue to me than just NIL, name, image, and likeness, and transfer portals.
And even in that, we're only really talking about the players that are in that top 1-5% that's going to
1%.
make all this
Yeah.
money. We're not even thinking about those kids that jump in there and they have no chance of really making that kind of money, and they're doing it because of the possibility, and there's no chance. So it's still singling out the top athletes anyway.
But
So
people
it's
play
not.
the lottery and they got no chance. People do scratch offs and they got no chance. People are out there doing TikToks that can't dance. But there are opportunities to make money now that we didn't have back then. And I'm going to tell you, I'm no great parent or anything like that, but I tell my kids, try it all. Try it all. And when you decide you find what you love and what you're passionate about it, then do that. But we can't block off things because I'm sorry. I'm a little too passionate about it. Let me stop.
No, that's all right. Kanitra, where do you stand on players? I don't know if you had a chance to hear Coach Sampson's comments, but transferring every year. If the market dictates their worth increases every year, Do you have a problem with them transferring year to year?
I mean, like, where's there has to be, and that's the thing. Is like, are they amateurs? Are they free agents? Are they independent contractors? Are they employees? Like, how do you categorize them? Because there has to be some kind of account. Do they sign a contract for X number of years? Like coaches do, and then there's a buyout if they decide to leave. There has to be some kind of regulation. Reportedly, if you look at this current cycle of the transfer portal, and you have two high-profile athletes, Jackson Shellstad from Oregon, Flory Badunga from Kansas. Both of them announced that they are going to Louisville. Reportedly, that package deal, the two of them, $9 million just between those two players. That is reportedly higher than 40 Division I programs.
At least.
Yes,
At least.
for two players. So now the chasm of the haves and the have-nots is growing.
The executive order, it's asked for show. That it's just another example of the NCAA Congress, Mr. President, please save us from ourselves because we couldn't get this done on our own. That's what that whatever. I mean, and I'm not in the conference office. I'm not a commissioner, and all these folks, Charlie Baker. Thank you, Mr. President, for putting this forth and all the kiss in the ring. No, if you get them behind closed doors, he did that for show. Some of that stuff he put in there has been discussed. We've been discussing some of that stuff since we've been doing Folks Talking Sports, and it's been discussed longer. They have not gotten anything done. They have begged for the Congress to get involved because they couldn't get it done themselves. Mm-hmm. That's what that is about. Louisville want to spend $9 million on two people. That's on them. Where they got to get depth. They got to pay the rest of the roster. That's salary cap, salary cap. Again, there are programs who don't want to sign the CFC suggestions because Attorney General told them, well, you shouldn't sign this because you're tied to legislation. You want to get this, they don't want to be, they say they want to be legislated. They say they want to have direction. They say they want to have guardrails, but then as soon as something puts out guardrails, oh, no, not really. We really don't want those kind of guardrails. We can't go over the cap. You mean it's really a hard cap? Oh, no, we're not going to sign that. They don't care. They don't want to do all that kind of stuff. They say one thing and do another. That's in the Big 12 too.
Chris, and this is a little story. This is the late Lou Gossett. I was in Detroit, and I was in his presence, and he told this story. AJ, you're gonna like this one because Lou Gossett said, "I'm a lifelong Finksman." I mean, basically, he had a choice. Lou Gossett was in an opportunity, getting ready to go over to become an alpha, or he had an opportunity to get a chance for a play. Well, guess what? He decided to go take the opportunity for audition, and the rest is history. I mean, not just, but that was that opened the way for him, and the rest is history. A Oscar-winning actor, and you name it. So the situation, we sitting here talking about the athletes, but there's the kids that go play, to play in the band or something. They got a chance to go play for somebody. They play in the band, the opportunity to go play with Bruce Springsteen or somebody like that. Boom, they off and rolling. Nobody says anything. The folks in the corral, they can go sing, mess around there, and go and get a spot on the Metropolitan Opera. Nobody says nothing. It's only the athletes, and it's really, let's go ahead and just be real about this. It's the athletes who look like us. That's what this is all about. Okay? Let's quit fooling ourselves. This is the athletes that look like us, that have been exploited from here to yonder, and now their opportunity for them to put real money in their pockets. And I agree. I am a firm believer they need to get the degree. I'm not knocking that, but if you can get your degree and come out there and with a $10 million kitty at the end of the day, go for it. I'm there for you because that's really what we're talking about right now. Is the
let's
black kids, you
let's
know,
be
the
candid.
exploitation.
There are people, not just athletes, who don't want to go to college, who college is not for them. Okay? So let's not make them go to college if they don't want to go to college. And there are some who are athletes, student assets, who are at a college and who are encouraged not to go to class, not to get a real degree. You don't want to spend your time on that. You can go out and work out and be in the gym and lift weights and do all the other things. You don't need to go to class. We'll take care of that for you. That still happens. And as we've said on Folks Talking Sports shows, where's all the APR discussion? Where's the graduation rate discussion? Where's all of that in this? And Aquita, Will, AJ, AD, Mr. Big Tex, Kenitra, we've seen the big money programs like Texas Tech, BYU. They've still lost players to the portal. And they got money. A lot of money. But those athletes are looking for more money from someone else because their agent, their friend, their uncle has told them, I can get you more from school X. I got a buddy over here. I got a partner. A partner say he can get you more over here if you go to this other school. Kids like, oh, well, where do I go? Okay, where do I sign? That's where we get into. I love Will's point about the agents, the so-called agents. 20%. 20%.
Yeah.
For stuff that we could do for 4%.
And
Or 3%.
And are these licensed advisors, agents? You know, like
Because
because everyone doesn't have the athlete's best interest at heart.
Correct. And that hasn't changed.
No.
that's what was happening. What was it, last April or May or something like that? Before they were adding, now they have this third party clearinghouse, the Lord in there. So before that actually was put in place, if you notice, I think it was around April, around that time, you had players just leaving like crazy, getting in that portal and leaving, going here, because the agents were telling them, go ahead and get out of there now. Let's get this bag. Let's get this money, because they're about to put this in place where they're going to decide what your market value is, which means that bag going to change. So agents had players going ahead and get in that portal, going to grab that bag so they could go ahead and get that 20, 25% or whatever they had on them, so they could get their money now, because they knew, like, they know what's going on. They know what's coming up the trail. They're keeping track just like all of us. And so a lot of those players made those changes because of those unlicensed agents, so they could get their bag.
Will, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. The agents are running. Unfortunately, the agents are running the show. So, they control the bag. They have the inside information. They're talking to schools sometimes without their clients' permission or knowledge. So, and that's the thing that not just in this realm, but in all realms of player-agent relationship, the agent works for the player. And so many times you hear players say, well, I got to wait to see what my agent says. Or it's dependent on what my agent says. It's like, no, your agent works for you. Your agent is supposed to come back to you with the best deal for you. A lot of times the agent negotiates the deal $1 more so they can take that deal to the next person and say, hey, look what I got him. It's not even about you. And I think a lot of times players just lose sight of that, or maybe not even have a sight of that at all to begin with. But I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of agents, as you can tell.
The kids nor the parents understand that.
Yep.
The agent works for you.
Yep.
I've talked to a few kids these last few weeks saying what Will said. I'm waiting for my agent to tell me what. No. You make that decision. Where you think you want to go, who you want to talk to, what visit you want to take. That's for you to decide. This is what I have tried to tell the kids in my years of doing this stuff. Look out for number one. And that's you, not your agent.
And that's why Diego Pavia is like, I don't need no agent taking money. I'm doing this myself.
Yeah, but
And you
KP,
need,
that's an exception. He's an exception to the rule. That kid's an exception. When you those who can do that, that's less than 0.5% because for the most part, if you got uncles, quote them uncles or them aunties that come
Partners.
here, baby. Yeah, all that. When you got all of that, then that's when they looking out for themselves.
Yes.
I mean, and so, we really got we really got because this is the one thing that that has always sort of bugged me, and I like players when they go, hey mom." I don't only know but one immaculate conception, okay, and I guess it burns me in a little way because I'm going like, don't these? I know these kids got a father. Somebody around there was the reason that this kid in some way became in fruition. But it's and there's nothing wrong. I'm not knocking moms because I know moms have to deal with a lot, particularly when you got broken homes and all like that. It's just that I'm going, and when you and the thing about it, you actually see now folks as when a father, a black father, is in the picture, a lot of this mess goes away. Really, it goes away because you know what? You're not bringing that mess in here to me because Laquita, like you were talking about. Well, what about their degree plan? My dad and and God rest his soul. My father never graduated from high school, but you know what? That day when I walked across that stage in December in '75 and got my degree from Sam Houston State University, it was cold. It was cold that day. My old man pulled his coat off. Here, son, put this coat on because you got to get out and go get a job. So,
but
so
AD, there are good dads, just like they're bad dads, good moms, good parents. We need to
yeah,
educate our parents as well. It's not a blanket thing
no,
because I have talked to some of the kids and their parents are not looking out for them. Their parents looking out for themselves. Now I've had talked to some kids where the parents are complete opposite. So I take the good with the bad. But I want the youngsters to understand, first things first, look out for number one. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to play? What do you want to do with your life? Do you want to play pro ball in the NBA, the NFL? Do you want to play overseas? What do you want to do? I'm not talking about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your auntie, your uncle. What do you want to do? Well, Mr. Gardner, I haven't even thought about it like that. Well, youngster, it's time for you to think about it like that. Well, I've had all these grown-ups in my life telling me what to do all this time. It's time for you to look out for number one. That's what I am trying to hammer out to these kids now. Please look out for number one because some of those aunties and uncles, if things don't go your way, if you get injured, they will lose your number real quick. Try to call them for help. What? Who are you? What are you? No. Look out for number one. I had a conversation today, young fella, mid-major at best. At best. Agent told him he'd get him $3 million in the portal. $3 million. Mid-major at best believes he can get $3 million in the portal from somebody. That's what we're dealing with.
It's not just ages. I mean, we talked about aunties and uncles, and AD talked about fathers, but it's mothers. I mean, I've been kind of pausing to tell this story, but it's public knowledge. You can look it up. It's not a secret. But there's a young man currently at Ohio State named Legend Bay. He's from Texas, Dallas area, I believe. Early signing day in December. It was between Ohio State and Tennessee. He decided he wanted to go to Ohio State. He was 17 years old at the time, so he needed a parent to sign the letter of intent. his mother refused to sign the letter of intent. And it was kind of strange. Well, why would you not sign a letter of intent? Your son's his biggest day of his life to this point. Why would you fail to sign the letter of intent? Well, through some research and some reporting, it was discovered that the mother and the brother made a side deal with the University of Tennessee that would provide them financial resources if Legend signed with the University of Tennessee. So the mother and the brother made a deal with the school he did not want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And thus the mother refused to sign a letter of intent for Ohio State. So what ended up happening is Legend turned 18 on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve, as an 18-year-old, he signed with Ohio State. He's currently at Ohio State. So it's just crazy to me that the people that are you would think are entrusted to cover you are simply not doing it.
Look out for number one. Shifting gears, I think the 5 o'clock games are over. So, Will or anybody can give me updates on this, please do.
Yeah, I got you. That's why you're still looking down. It almost
Here we go.
Yeah.
In the East, how things stand. Who won the game? Where are the Hawks now? Hawks finished in the 5th or 6th spot.
5.
So Hawks
no.
are 5th. What?
The Hawks just dropped. The Hawks just dropped to 6th. The Raptors moved up to 5.
All right. Orlando, where did they win or lose?
They lost.
Okay, so
they play Miami on Tuesday.
So that's part of the play-in.
Yep.
Sixers.
I haven't seen what the Sixers have done yet. I was watching Orlando Boston because that was the last piece to determine who the Cavs' opponent would be. So
okay, so the Hornets were winning, I think.
Sixers won.
Okay.
Hornets won.
So Rockets fan, though, the Rockets are 5th. And a Rocket fan, if you want to, let me know who would like to see the Rockets play in the first round. I think it's pretty obvious who you don't want to see. AJ?
Yes.
Who do you think Rockets fans don't want to see the Rockets face in their 4-5 first-round matchup?
I don't think they want the Lakers.
As
They
opposed
darn sure don't
to
want the San Antonio. They don't want
No.
the San Antonio Spurs neither.
no, the Spurs are locked in at 2.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I know,
OKC
but I'm just
No, 4-5. A possible 4-5 matchup is either Denver or the Lakers against the Rockets. Rockets are 5th, so either.
Oh, okay.
Correct?
All right, listen. Let me change my answer.
Mm-hmm.
I phoned a friend.
Uh-huh.
They don't want the Joker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
Do I win?
Ding, 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 ding.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Will, do you concur with that?
The Rockets don't want to see. Yeah,
Denver.
so let's say okay, let's do this. Let's play it out. So let's say the Rockets play the Nuggets in the first round, 4 or 5. And the Nuggets.
Okay, here we go. Yes.
What's up with Udoka? You got KD. You got KD, and you extended KD.
Just drop him. I'm sorry. Is my stuff on?
So you got KD, you extended KD, and you lose in the first round. What happens?
Let me tell you what this is before you answer that. I'm up in Columbus, Ohio, sitting on my big-time Buckeye program, trying to cause confusion down there in little bitty old Houston. Leave us alone. We're fine. Udoka's fine. He ain't going nowhere. You stop it.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I had something else, so we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, look, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah.
Go ahead, Will. Bring it up. Bring it up. Do it. Do it, Will. Do it. Do it.
No. Hey, here we go. This is how we do it, right? Let's talk offline.
Sidebar.
Oh my gosh.
That's how we do it, right?
So look, I'm going to put myself as if I am not in any kind of know. Is there any conversation anywhere about Udoka's seat being hot?
If they lose in the first round, yeah.
Think so?
Yep.
Really?
They lose in the first
Why?
round, yeah.
Bro, I'll turn all this
Why?
over. I'll
Y'all
turn
thought I was just making
all.
it up?
They lose in the first round. They added a Hall of Famer. They lose in the first round.
But they lost Fred
You don't
Van
have,
VanVleet.
you don't have
Hold on,
you don't have a point guard.
hold on. Larry
You have
Bird's
no
a
point
Hall of
guard.
Famer. You can't just get a Hall of Famer and think that there's a difference between a 25-year-old Hall of Famer and a 39-year-old Hall of Famer.
Are they playing better basketball right now?
They are right now.
They are.
And if they lose in the first round, what if they lose to the beaten up Lakers in the first round without
no.
Luka and Austin Reeves? You don't think he's in trouble?
Oh no.
He'll be
Huh?
back. He'll be in trouble, but he'll be back.
You asked if the sea was hot. I'm telling you, the sea would be hot.
Come on, man.
It will warm up. They lose in the first round. Sea gonna get warm.
I'm retired. I don't know why I'm getting worked up. I'm retired. Hey, Laquita, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Hey, Laquita,
Yeah.
you
I'm
good?
saying
Where's
if
Ime
they, especially if they lose to the Lakers without Luka and Austin Reeves, that seat gonna get real warm.
Yeah, it'd probably get warm, but I just
This is
it's
why
just
we can't
hard
have
for me
nice
to think
things.
of them just, saying goodbye to I just I don't see that yet. Not yet.
Is Brad Stevens still in the league? I know he
The
ain't
question,
coaching. He's still in the league.
AJ's question
He's still in the
was,
league.
if they lost in the first round, would his seat get hot?
It'll get
Yes.
hot.
Yes.
It'll get hot. Yeah.
Mr. Big Tech says no.
I'm with
Yes.
Big Tex. Both of them. Nope, not at all, and no. And I quote.
You know what? It might. You know what? It'll probably get warm, but you know what? To me, it's gonna be folks that I think talking not
Neck.
out of the pie hole. Yeah, not out of the pie hole, but just talking out of that thing they sit on.
But
Because I,
AD,
you
don't
know,
say anything.
yeah,
But that's what this city is known for. That's what the city did
yeah.
to Dusty
Hey,
Baker. That's
I'm
what this
just
city has done to
answering your
multiple coaches
question.
for the Texans. That's
Right.
what the city is known for. So
Will brought it up.
Well, again,
AJ asked the
I
question. I'm getting put it out there. Yes, if they lose in the first round, his seat is going to get really warm.
hold on, man. Let me do this right here. Hold on. Let me do this right here.
Now,
Hey.
if you're asking me whether or not I agree with it, that's a different thing. But Will,
Yes.
I'm with you. If they lose in the first round, that seat's going to get warm. AJ, how about this? What if they get swept?
Hold on.
Oh,
Hey,
shoot.
hey,
oh, that's a
Let
different.
me say this.
Whoa.
Yes, it is. Doc Rivers is available.
Yeah, AJ, yeah. What if they get swept?
Willie,
Yeah.
till you do right by me.
Hey, he just announced he's not coming back to the Bucks. What y'all lose?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Doc's not coming back.
Yeah. No.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer now, so he's done. I mean, he's good now. So yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So hey, I'm just saying.
AJ, touch the nerve with AJ on now.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
dance with Flash and the Four Horsemen, man.
Oh man, WNBA free agency. A lot has been going on. Well, first things first. Angel Reese is now with the Atlanta Dream.
Yep.
Laquita, AJ, Kenitra, Will, AD. Who wants to talk about that first?
I love it. I absolutely love it. For every bit of the reasons to love it, Atlanta is bringing everybody, and then you add an Angel Reese to that. Not only do I think they are going to, well, there's lots of moves going on, but Atlanta is going to be hot for lots of reasons because of her brand, because of who she is. Those tickets are going to sell, gear, everything is going to change. But also, what I like about this move for her, for one, Chicago didn't want her in the first place. If you looked at when they got her last year, when she did her press conference or what, they weren't even glad to have her. I think they only did it because of Teaspoon. They didn't even want Reese there really. So going to Atlanta is just going to be huge for her. And I also think because of the roster that she's going to be with, she's going to have an opportunity to kind of continue to develop Because in Chicago, it felt like because she was like the star player, there's no room for development there. You got to come on, you got to shine, you got to make it work and do what you do. But over here, I think she'll have a chance to also develop. But her brand, Atlanta is going to be crazy. I think is the best move for her for this season. Absolutely.
AJ,
I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm taken aback by this comment though. Angel is a cancer. She
he's a
didn't-
hater.
Oh, leave that
He's a
alone.
he's a Caitlin Clark fan through and through.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm good. I'm with you.
Baylor Bear fan too. He loves the Cougars. He's a Caitlin Clark fan
I'm
through and
happy
through too.
for Angel Reese. Great front office move. That's to me the business of sports. This wasn't just about what they put on the court. This is also about who will be filling those arenas. And I am really excited for what could come out of that arrangement. And the young lady and her family are happy. I'm really happy about that because whatever went on in Chicago, again, I hate when people, especially young people, get locked into situations that they don't have very much control over. And it can go bad fast. Rather than be locked into that, let them move on. I'm really happy for her.
Angel hasn't been traded before.
Yeah, I was looking at that
Yeah,
too.
no, she was drafted by
Yeah.
Chicago. Her and Camilla were teammates.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake right there, teaming up Angel and Camilla Cardoso
Yeah.
from the jump. Both
Yeah.
of them need the ball around the basket area. So no, that wasn't the case at all.
No.
Now she
Chicago-
transferred in college to LSU, but you know,
If anything's a cancer, it's Chicago. They're the cancer. I mean, this isn't like I'm just
they
being real.
are a poorly run organization.
But they got some players coming in.
They do.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Just
So
saying.
They do.
folks
They gonna
they've
fill it
signed
in.
so far I'm surprised that people like Skylar Diggins who have chosen to go there. You know,
Didn't they just trade
Because
for
the-
Rakia Jackson earlier today?
say that again.
Didn't they just trade for Rakia Jackson earlier today?
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's like the new people in charge are like, maybe they're actually doing things correctly. The folks in charge now did not want Angel Reese. Like Laquita said, they didn't want Angel Reese there. So maybe they turned the corner and got smarter personnel wise. Kenichi, what are your thoughts on Angel going to Atlanta, the ATL?
No, I mean, I was with you. I thought it was peculiar when they drafted Carmilla and Angel. It didn't seem like a wise move. So this new opportunity in this free agency frenzy that is the WNBA. Ahead of tomorrow's draft. We'll see how all the pieces fit. And I mean, and of course, being said that Brittany Griner is no longer with the Dream.
Oh, yeah, I had a question about that. So with her signing with the Sun, is she coming to Houston next year?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Needs to.
She may need. She signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So keep her options open. So it's not a guarantee she will be. Like, I mean, trades happen, things like that. Like Olivia Nelson Odota, she signed a 2-year deal with Connecticut. So barring anything out of the ordinary, she would be a Houston Comet. Not out of the ordinary, a trade, anything of that sort. But BG signed a 1-year deal, getting that 7-figure contract. I like seeing the players getting their money. I'm curious as to why, well, not really. Kelsey Plum signed for the reported amount of $999,999 for a reason.
Look, take
So-
this dollar, go buy yourself something nice.
Yeah.
to help out the Sparks. So that was good as well. But draft-wise, I think the players Connecticut Sun drafts tomorrow will be future Houston Comets. So from that perspective, for sure, I think there'll be Comet players.
Yeah.
A lot of movement.
Yeah. They got to get younger. The Sun needs to get younger. I think, not older. You know what I mean? We want to get some young blood, some young legs that's on the road to be the Houston Comets. Not older. And that's no offense to any player anywhere. Just saying.
I'm telling Brittany. I'm telling her.
Brittany
No.
could be, she could be a mentor in the locker room kind of thing, but
Yeah.
It's called
I'm kind of with Laquita.
veteran presence.
Right. She could be, and I'm not sure how many fans would buy tickets just to see her. I think the shine of the team returning next year would be enough for tickets sold, assuming the organization does enough to reach out to the community. Like AD, you didn't. What was it we said on Folks Talking Sports? You didn't realize that the tickets were on sale yet for deposits. That you hadn't seen it.
No, no, I have not seen anything. I mean, and I try to keep myself abreast. Obviously, I mean, between Laquita and KP and AJ, I mean, they probably got their ears down to the grinding stone on these female athletes. But I mean, really, that's why I asked the question. And the other thing, I mean, what the team that's coming to Houston? What emphasis it is for them to try to do anything? I mean, are they bringing the coaching staff with them? Are they going to have a new coach? I mean, so if I'm up there, I'm sort of going like, I mean, nobody's going to buy a ticket to go see them. You might as well go ahead and move them now. I mean, even though it's not, but I mean, think about it. I mean, that's a franchise that's walking off a pier right now. They taking a long walk off a short pier right now. So nobody's really gonna make a big deal about going up there. And you would like to hope that they were gonna try to stock this team, getting it ready for next year. But they probably got an attitude like, I don't give a, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
We'll see. Because it's Connecticut,
yeah,
because how
that's
much they love women's basketball.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't
I
I don't I
No,
don't
no,
care.
AD. I don't. I think they're going to draw pretty well. There are going to be
All
some
right.
fans naturally that are going to be pissed off. Clearly, they're not. They're not going to spend another dime.
Yeah.
But I bet you they'll draw more fans in this last season than the Comets last season at NRG did in Houston.
Mm, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Not
Hold
about
up. And first,
5,000.
like, don't. You know what? Houston is Houston. Houston is unique in a lot of different areas.
So is
That
Connecticut.
Yeah, well, Connecticut might be unique on the upside. Houston, you know how we can. Well, a lot of us in this city can be a lot. We have a tendency to be front runners,
Very much
and
so.
so I mean that's not a good to me. It's not a good
But
analogy
I'll
because
put it like this. I'll say it like this. I think that there might be people, politicians, etc., in Connecticut that will try to present it this way. If we draw well, do well with attendance this final season, that will help us get another team in the future.
Yeah.
okay,
So I think
okay,
that would work with some fans. I mean, that is UConn territory, men and women. But Connecticut Sun, they draw well. They go to Mohegan Sun. That's a hard place to get to. But I mean, it is a tough place to get to. But they go there. They support their team. We'll see how they do it. But the Sun have the 12th, 15th, 18th, and 33rd pick in tomorrow's draft.
Yep.
So look for those. That's what, 2 first round, a second round, and a third round pick. See what they do, because those will probably be future Comets. And I think will be discussed previous show. It would make sense from our perspective if one of those 4 picks is Rory Harmon from Texas.
yeah,
And she's from Houston.
Yeah. They
And
would.
she's a youngster, as Peter said, could build for her with young players, talented point guard. You can grow with her, help her develop. That would make sense.
Didn't she go to what Side Spring or Side? She went to
Yeah.
Side Fast School, Side Springs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It would
Oh,
make sense, but
just yeah, FYI, folks. I'm just giving y'all. I'm telling you right now. I'm hearing thunder and storm rolling. So all you folks that didn't get no rain in the Houston area,
You got it all.
this no. It's rolling. I'm
Yeah.
I'm hearing thunder in the background and it's rolling y'all way. Will, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to exclude you. I'm not gonna be like AJ and just exclude you.
Yeah. It's not forecast coming. It's coming over here. AD. It's not rolling
bro.
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, unless it's gonna stop it. Unless it's gonna stop at I-10 and
That's how it looks on the
45.
radar. That's how it looks on the radar. Yeah.
What part, AD? What part of town are you in?
Northwest Houston.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pushing to the
Yeah, probably
northeast, not to the
yeah.
southeast. Yeah.
We got some
Yeah.
clouds. That's about all we get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Well, look, in the closing moments, if you can, give a scouting report on Cotie McMahon.
Oh, she's a baller. She's a baller. She is. I don't. This is not hyperbolic at all. I don't know anything on the court that she can't do. I mean, she did it for 3 years here at Ohio State. Due to some things we talk about offline, she decided to move on to Ole Miss, and I'm excited for her. I really am. I was sad to see her leave. I was happy to see her land with Coach Yo and Ole Miss, and I'm excited to see where she lands tomorrow.
And I didn't realize it, and it's my fault, how strong she is and looks. She is physically fit and just a strong looking athlete. And I'm like, goodness gracious, Cotie. I was
I
like,
know what you mean,
wow.
but it's not a look. It's not a look. She's for real deal Holyfield with it. So I'm excited for her and her family. I mean,
Yeah.
she was one of the first. I want to say I'll say it the first. I say athlete to receive the NIL deal. She had a deal with Jamba Juice here when she came as a freshman. So, and then others came after other deals for her, and of course for other athletes. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for her and her family for tomorrow.
Well, Quita, any of the Cougars going to get drafted tomorrow?
Eddie who? Oh, Cougar.
Yeah.
Whoa!
You know what?
No, you just
That's low. That even for your don't do your alma mater like that, man. Come on, really?
I call it like it is.
man.
I call it like it is.
You mean Washington State?
A transfer from Washington State will get drafted tomorrow. She's at UCLA now. She got a ring. She'll get drafted tomorrow.
Someone from BYU? Is that what you're asking?
No, not BYU. Anybody outside of TCU from the Big 12 going to get drafted tomorrow? I don't think so. Real talk, I don't think so.
Baylor?
I don't really see it either.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. But Coach Mitchell has returning players 3, 1 redshirted last year, and 3 incoming freshmen. So he has a lot of roster spots open.
What was his record this year?
Not very good to a few wins, a lot of losses. What was it? 7 and 20,
something.
24, something like that?
Yeah. It was,
7 conference wins.
Oh, no, sir. No,
7
sir.
total.
7 total. 1 Big 12 win.
Whoa!
I was
Yes.
I was in the
I knew
locker
that.
room. I was watching the locker room at Virginia.
Now I'd be watching at Florida State.
yeah, Florida State. I was gonna
Florida
say.
State now.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
Florida State. Yeah.
Doc Rivers was removed. It was not his choice in Milwaukee.
You had to add that in, right?
I did.
You and the head coach of the LA Lakers.
You know.
You and the head coach of the LA Lakers.
You know.
Leave that man alone.
Hey.
Leave that man alone. Doc ain't done nothing to y'all. You on a roll tonight. What's up with you?
I am.
Yeah.
It's your fault, Chris. You didn't invite him to do the show on Wednesday night.
Here we there again.
He been raw ever since.
Hey, my teeth. Look at my teeth.
How many years did we say it would take to turn UH? I said at least, what did I say, 2? I think I said 2.
Yeah,
And
maybe 3.
based on what Laquita and I learned these last few months, yeah, I mean, it'll be longer than that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The
But
East
life in the Big 12, it's not an elite conference. So, it's got to outspend TCU, apparently.
Yeah. But I saw U of H, aren't they campaigning or doing something now for what is it, 80 days? I
80,
didn't
80 different spots, 80 different Cougar-owned businesses in 80 days. Reach out, more community involvement. Reach out to them and get them to support the athletic department. It's a good idea, noble idea. Should have been doing it a long time ago. But hey, got to start somewhere. So I'm glad they're starting that. More community outreach. Yes, sir.
Who's the new coach at Texas Southern?
Haven't heard yet.
haven't seen
I need to make a few phone calls and see the list. I know somebody who might be interested in the job. I'm not gonna put it out there right now, but I know someone.
And
But TSU.
is that story the way it's been written, or is there something else that we don't know?
Regarding Coach Jones leaving, probably a little bit of both. But he did want to go home, go to LSU. That's from the area. Obviously they can pay way more money than TSU could. I'm personally, I would want to be on the staff with Will Wade.
I was going to say, how does LSU have the Lane Kiffin of basketball and the Lane Kiffin of football at the same
Ooh.
And women's basketball?
And women's
Oh yeah. Don't forget that.
My bad. My
The
bad.
Motley Crew?
Good catch.
They are
How in the
EWE.
world,
Yeah.
the only school that has something similar is UConn. You ain't got to respond.
No, football
Catch that
side.
on the way home.
No, who's the football coach?
No, I'm talking
What?
about men and women's basketball.
I know y'all know.
Basketball.
No, but we're talking. Yeah.
What? UConn football?
Yep.
Is Jim
And
Moore
then
Jr.?
Jim Maury Jr.
You still there?
Yep.
Pretty
Uh,
interesting.
I think yeah. I thought he might have got canned this past season, but I think he's still there.
Playoffs.
There, yeah.
Playoffs.
But spring football started. TSU had the football spring game yesterday. I think.
How much
Rice,
were the tickets?
no idea.
Was it sold out?
No idea. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't think Jim Moore is there.
No, that's what somebody just said. Jim Maury left.
Al
Okay.
High?
Al
That's right.
High.
Jason
Brother
Crandall.
Al High.
he
Yeah.
did. Jason
Long
Crandall
time.
from Toledo. That's
Yeah.
right. Jason Crandall from Toledo. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's right.
Hey, tell Jim
But-
Moore to call me. I got a coach I want to get on his staff.
Anybody going to watch the WNBA Draft tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yep. Most definitely will.
I'll check. I mean, I now have interest to watch it beyond the fashion, see how they're going to look at on the orange carpet. So I'll
'Cause
watch that, see future Comets.
Yeah, this will be
Is
the
the production value better than the expansion draft?
oh, that was terrible, wasn't it? Just awful. Like what was that? Like really?
It was an afterthought. That's what that was.
It felt
Yeah.
like it. That was
I didn't
so
get a chance to
awful.
watch it, so I'm glad I missed it, apparently. But, typically the ESPN draft coverage has been pretty solid for the WNBA. Hopefully it'll be that way. But now I'll watch to see where Roy Harmon gets selected.
Yeah.
And be nice if it's with Connecticut. But wherever she goes, wish her the best. With all the young ladies are the best. Their pro opportunities are starting. In the WNBA, Olivia Miles will be in Unrivaled next January. Signed a multi-year deal with Unrivaled. So she's going to be getting paid throughout the year, hooping. So good for her for that. She'll be gone. It'd be nice if Connecticut Sun could make a trade move up to get Olivia Miles. That's what I'd be talking about right there. Get Olivia Miles to be a future Comet. But that's not going to happen.
Who's going one? Who's going one?
See, that's what I was going to say earlier. It's like this is kind of the first draft where there's not really a clear number one in there. You know?
Yeah, the young lady who I don't know her. I haven't seen her play. She's
Yeah.
from Spain.
Yeah, our
fam.
I saw her.
Yeah,
She's
I don't
pretty.
know.
I mean, when I watched them play in the USA in the FIBA, she held her own. She had like 10 points and 5 rebounds and some steals or whatever. So she's pretty good. I will say she's pretty decent. She could go number one. She
And
could go.
she's young too. You know, as an international player, she doesn't have to be the play 3 years in college kind of route.
Right.
Lauren Betts, she'll be a top 3 pick. I mean, I think ESPN had Olivia Miles at one point go number 1. So as Laquita said, yeah, it's not really a etched in stone who is the top overall no-brainer choice this year's draft. So she's French, okay. But, you know, looking forward to watching it. Looking forward to next year's draft when the Comets are actually drafting, you know. And I wonder, will the Comets have a draft party next year?
Ooh, need to. Definitely need to. We need, like we said, the 2 shows. They need to start right now, prepared. Get us ready.
AJ, have the Rockets called you?
No,
For
sir. They've not called me.
input? Laquita, have they called you regarding input for the Comets? Oh. Yeah, well.
But I retired. Laquita has it. So, Laquita, you be mad and get me in when you get in, okay?
Come on when the door opens. Let's go, everybody. Get in.
Get it. Hey, leave your shoe in the door in the back.
Yeah.
Everybody bum rush the door, huh?
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
All right, that'll do it on episode 180 of Folks Talking Sports. Kenitra Pulliams, nothing's changed regarding for you on social media? No? Okay. Let's go with, let's see. Mr. A.D. Moore. Let's
Yes.
put you on the big screen. Give me a second to put up the info, but you got it, sir.
Thank you as always. Appreciative of the time. Appreciative of the company I'm keeping now. Y'all help me bring me up some. Anyway, you can catch me on IG and Threads at AdMax Corner, Twitter AD_Moore. And on one last point, Jim Mora is now at Colorado State. He moved over to Colorado State University. He took over that program since they're going into the Big 12. Thank you a lot and appreciate it.
Oh, this ain't the wave cam? My bad. Hey, listen, I am grateful to have the opportunity to hang out with these great people in sports. You can find me at Jones Media and ENT.com. You can also hit me up at faithandsports.com. We're filming again. So if I was a little tired, it's because we were on set until 2 a.m. this morning. So again, thank y'all for having me. Dance cam.
As always, thank you so much for the opportunity. You can reach me as the crawl states there. But if I could take this moment just to Ohio State men's basketball announced their season opener for the 26-27 season will be at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah versus BYU, with a return date to be coming here in Ohio sometime soon. So big things going on, not just in football, but also in men's basketball, women's basketball as well.
This is always fun. I really appreciate you guys letting me come on board on Folks Talking Sports. I enjoy it. On social media, you can find me at Laquita Thompson. And, of course, my website is down here. And I want to tell everyone, keep an eye out for my new program that I got coming up called the Glow League. So we're going to start trying to deal with some of the issues we talked about here today regarding NIL and portal and things like that. Everybody have a great Sunday evening.
Keep us posted on that. Laquita,
Yep, definitely will.
So, but everyone, thank you very much as always to our visitors, our viewers, Alan, Queen Wanda Polk, Mr. Big Texco. Mr. Big Texco, I will have some info to share to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube members, the members only section regarding the Houston Cougars men's basketball team. So stay tuned for that. So become a member, click on that join button. We see the videos posted on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. To everyone, Thank you, as always, for taking time out, for participating on the show. Apparently had some technical issues with the Round Bar View Facebook page. It got cut off. I don't know, maybe it said something bad they didn't like. Oh, well. I'll just post it up as a rebroadcast. They can't do anything about that. Anyhow, for Kenitra, Laquita, Willie, AJ, and Mr. A.D. Moore, I am Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Bar View. Follow Folks Talking Sports on Instagram and Threads. Folks Talking Sports, that's what it is. As always, y'all know this. The Houston Round Bar Review since 1994. The Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective. Y'all take care. Peace.